Hello everybody, I'm back again. I was going to come out here earlier, but things have got away, you know, housework, it has to be done. Anywho, we are going to make a book out of all of these tags and envelopes and file folders so that I can then do the Creep on June 24 with Tracy Fox. So I've done, where are we? I've done my measurements and I'll show you how I've worked it all out. So I've cut 2 covers and a spine, and they are here. You can freeze the video and screenshot the measurements if you are following along. So 7 by 4.5 inches, or 17.7 centimeters by 11.5 centimeters. And my spine, of course, is 7 inches or 17.7, and the width is 2 inches or 5 centimeters. Now I have printed out one of the beautiful background papers that were in Tracy's kit, and this is going to be my cover. Now, of course, this is on A4, borderless. If I let me line these up, even with no space, which is not, you can see, I don't have any room to turn it over. So then I thought, oh, hold on, I can make it similar to how I did this one, where the paper only goes to the edge. So there's nothing going around the cover. So I've got paper there and I've sanded it down. So I'm going to do it like this so that I can have one piece of paper all the way through. So, oh, hold on. How are you all today? Sorry about that. That's a bit rude of me, isn't it? So I hope you're all doing really well. It's quite cool here. Winter is the second, and it's just like someone went, oh, it's winter, let's be cold. Because up until a few weeks ago, we were still quite warm. Right, so let's get started, and I'm going to begin by gluing this onto my paper. So all these 3 pieces. I have, you can't see it, I'll rule a line. I put a crease at in the halfway, just at the top and the bottom of my page, but I'll rule the line so you can see. So that's my halfway point. And I've done that so that I can start with this one. If you've got either a centering ruler or I don't even know where this one, it hasn't got a thing on it. Oh, the Tim Holtz one will do it as well. This one, mine, I need a new one. All the things are falling because it starts centering on one side, and so you can find the center of your bit of cut, and we know it's 2 inches, so it's pretty easy. And rule a line. Now all of these will get covered up, so it won't matter. Right, I shall leave that one out because we'll need that. And turn it over so we don't glue over the top of that. And hopefully this will work. Ah, that's nice. There we go. I want those roses there. That's why I went to pull it up from the bottom, but it should. Oh, do you know what? I did print it out twice because I thought I was going to have to. So I've just creased in the edges there. Line that up on those creases. And put this at the bottom. Right. And let's get this one. Now I use a leftover piece of this to, but actually that won't be, we need to be thicker than that. Thicker. Let me get another, oh, I'll just use the other side. Do 2 pieces. That's going to go, we really need 1/4 of an inch. What, oh, I should put that in there before that dries. What we will do is 1/4 of an inch. I'm lining up the 1/4 of an inch with the edge of the spine piece. And we'll do the same on the other side. I think that's easier than trying to put pieces of board there and hoping that it'll glue straight. Now, Hark Little Glue is not really the glue of choice for this because it starts to dry and you can feel all the little lumps and bumps. Maybe some gel medium, acrylic matte medium, which I use in class because mine's all the way over the other side. This will be fine. We'll just get, oh no, I'll glue it on some paper towel. Right. PVA would work well too, but I don't have any. So. Probably a bit much, but that's okay. I'll just scoop it back in. It'll go. Here we go. Still too much. Although it hasn't really got. And because I lined it up with the bottom here, that's easy. And line that up. This will get covered over, so having that looks about right. If I didn't have glue on this, I could also use that to smooth it. Right, let's get the other piece done, and it's that one. Not quite so much this time. I should actually buy myself some PVA, just some, like, you know, Elmer's school glue, just to, for this type of stuff. You don't need to use your expensive glues. So my band concert went quite well last night. It's well received by the audience. Right. Now that needs to dry, and because I used a wet glue, I can't sand the edges of my book yet because it'll just rip the paper. So I'm just going to, I could heat dry it, but we will leave that to dry naturally while we do the part that's the spine. Now I've got this, it's packing tape, art packing tape. It's gummed, so on the other side. Can you see the fiberglass through it? So it makes it really strong. I've got a piece to go here and here because that will just reinforce the gutter. And I've also got a piece to go on. I've got this fabric here. I thought so. Let's have a look. I've got, this is for my outside, and I've picked this background from the same kit for my inside with the lovely damask on it. And then I thought that this will be, you'll only see a tiny bit between the edge and here, and so, but I thought that that might be a nice contrast and look nice. So let's put that aside there to dry. I have finger pressed, can you see the crease there? Yep. And I'm going to put this down. Now I've cut this slightly longer, just it's good for, I like that frayed look out of the top of the book. How much is that? It is 2 1/2 3/8. 2 1/8 and half, about there roughly. Oh, or I could just fold it when it's weird. I'm not good with dividing up the inches, and sometimes it's hard with centimeters. So 17.7 centimeters, it's like it's easier to use 7 inches. Right, okay, there's my, I need a baby wipe. Now you can just spray it with water or dip your fingers in water, but you can also just use a baby wipe and it gets this all wet and activates the adhesive. It's quite sticky and it's good. There we go. And so this is just going to be strengthening my spine that I'm going to be sewing all of these little signatures on. So we're going to have 1 and 2. I'm not going to do it yet because this needs to dry. 2 of those, that's be strengthening the spine, the gut with the covers together, and then there'll be another piece when that goes there. So it'll be nice and strong. Okay, and then I'm going to just use the art glitter glue. I could just use a glue stick as well, but this is got a, it's not really just brown paper, so this is part of a Woolworths shopping bag. I don't think that's staying on there very well. I don't want glue to come out. I don't have to worry too much about this. This will end up being, you won't see any of it because it'll be against the spine of the book. Right, just glue that on there. Right. So let me wipe my fingers, get all that glue off. Get my notes here. So I have, I'm just going to do 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and I think, oh, hold on, let me check if this one will fit. Oh, that one won't. Okay. Oh, okay. Right, I did have this at 1/2 inch, and which is also 1.4 centimeters, 1/2 inch. There's the halfway mark. But I went like that, and of course that'll fit. But I didn't do the rest of the stuff and make sure. So, okay, you're going to watch me do it with my little ruler. oh no, I can use the tin pot one. So I'm actually going to come down, I'll have to come down 1 inch. So I'll just redo that line. 1 inch there. And now I know that this piece, it's the same as the spine, so it's 2 inches, so I can line up the 1 and the 1. And I'm marking every 1/8 of an inch. So I'll end up with 15 little dashes. Okay, so ignore that. We're coming down to here. That's 1 inch. So this is not 1 inch down. Same at this point. 1 inch. Is that 1 inch? Yep. There. And same again, every 1/8 of an inch in, and then every 1/8 of an inch, just making a little mark. There we go. So we're coming down to there. So what's 1 inch is 2.5 centimeters. So either if you're doing in inches, it's 1 inch in, or centimeters, 2.5 centimeters. Now, those, take that off. My stitching guide. Let me explain what I'm doing. I've done it bigger here so that you can see. I've got all of these little marks. They're 1/8 of an inch. So I've got 36 signatures. Remember, there's 30 days, plus I had those extra 1, 2, no, there's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 signatures, which are, these are all the freebie, no, the 4 extra days and 2 of the freebies. And let's just check. That will, I'm just going to go around the edge of it, it'll be fine. Okay. So you might want to pause and take a photo of this. So I've got there are 15 marks, which will become holes that I'm going to stitch through. If I try and put 36 holes there, it's just there's going to be nothing left because they'll be so close together. So I've got 15, but I've got 36 signatures. So I'm going to be sewing, each of these will be a hole. So the first hole, 2, then 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2. And that will sort of be fairly even along the stitching line. So if you need to take a photo, pause and take one now. Right. I need to leave that there so that I can follow my own guide. Right, let's make some room. And what did I do with the pin for that? Okay. Oh, that was the one that broke. Right, okay, let's leave that there. We need my bookbinding box under my desk. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I bumped you all. So the first thing I'm going to do is all of those, where those intersections are, I'm going to poke a hole. Okay, this is just packaging out of, I reckon it might have been out of an iPad cover, which I've just cut down. and you can see the holes have come all the way through. This is the part that you'll see inside the book. So in between the signatures, you'll see this fabric. Okay. I'm going to be starting from this side, because I don't want any of the ends, because remember, these are all becoming pockets. But I now need to punch these. So I will be doing that in fast forward. This is an old Sizzix. You can see it's quite well used Sizzix, from the dies. You know, you used to be able to get the bits of paper out. You can use that. I've got a Japanese awl punch, but that, even with the small one, the holes are a bit too big for what I want to do. You can use an awl. You have to be careful how far down you go, because it comes out at quite an angle. This is an antique awl. Anything will work, even a big needle. Right. Speaking of needles, we need one of those. We need, I've just got crochet cotton. It's usually what I use because I've got so much of it. It was gifted to me, and I run it through the beeswax. Oh, got more of, that's the same as that one. Okay, I'm going to get a, right, no. Okay, I'm going to pause and go and get my punching cradle. Okay, that took longer than expected. Well, not for you, but for me. I couldn't remember where I'd put them all, and usually I'd had them from a class and hadn't put my own one back. Right, we need a piece of anything will do. Always write top, because just in case. Now all of my things are a little bit smaller. That's okay. We shall just go an inch down. I'm going to put the same, that's what I've got. I can't even see that. Right, inch down, and then 3.5. 3.5, and it's on the 0. Okay. This is going to be my guide for punching all of these bits and pieces. Now, generally, I would do a whole signature, and you know, a signature usually has quite a few pages in it, but I'm going to have to put a big line in here so I can see where they are. I'm going to have to do them individually because they are different sizes, and I'm going to have to work out roughly where I want it. So once I've done that, I don't mind that because they're not all even. And that will be my first one. Okay. Right. Back on it. There. Actually, I think that because I'm going to have to eyeball these. It might be easier just to do it flat. These are all the same size, so these are the same size, so they can actually go inside each other. Put that one inside as well. Do it at the same time. That's why I like this, because it always gets it in the crease. This one's going to just be in the center because it's too long, so I'm going to or I could put it down. No, I'm going to put it down so that I can at least get 2 holes in. Alright, I'm going to speed this bit up because otherwise it's going to be really boring for you. But you'll be able to see me punching all of the bits and pieces. Okay. So I finished punching. And I'm just going to run my thread through my broken beeswax. I like to do it a couple of times. And I'm not, because I am having the knots on the outside, I'm not really worried about my length. Normally I'd be worried about the length of my piece of cotton or twine. Now I'm doing a simple 3 pamphlet stitch, so it's in and then back through one of these, down all the way down there and back through here. So I like to start from the back. So we've already established, let me move these over, that this hole is going to have 2 in it. So it means that I'm just using the hole twice. I'm not putting them together. Oh, no, I'm going this way. So, because this is the part that will be adhered to the spine, so you're not going to see that. I'm just going to borrow this clip off my notepad just to hold that in there. Right. Go in the middle hole of this. And it doesn't matter if I go up or down. So, down into the first hole. It's fiddly the first couple of signatures, and once you get it going, it's all good. So all the way down to the furthest hole. And back through the center. And it's my first one, so I am actually going to do the tying. To go under, and then the second one I put the loop through twice, so fisherman's knot. They use it for on their fishing line so that the doesn't come undone. So you can see I've gone through twice. Right, so that's going to stay there, and this is ready for me to glue it. Have I put that in upside down? Oh, I have. Oh, Mandy, okay. Concentrate, girl. Right, let's start again. Learn from our mistakes, people. Learn from our mistakes. This is back, and because these are all facing this way. Silly me. Start again. Okay. Always make sure that your threads are on either side of that long thread. Okay, let's knot that. Loop through twice. 1 and 2. Okay, let's check now. We're at the back and we've got our thing the right way. Okay, so the next one's going, but I'm going to be using those same holes. So 2 of these because these are acting like a signature even though they're single. I'm using the same hole, and then the next one I'll have 3 using that same hole. So I can go back through that hole, probably because it's not so easy with the knot there, but it's okay. I can get there. So I haven't cut it. I only needed to knot that first one. Oops. There, up or down, doesn't matter. Back in through the same hole. All the way down to the first hole. Into our tags hole. And down through the center, back out that hole. Okay, just make sure that that's tight, which it is. So now I can just move straight over to the center hole, the next hole across. And this one I'm going to do what I just did, but I'm going to add 1, 2, 3 individually, but all through that third hole. Sorry, same hole. So I'll just do that, and then I'll do it in fast forward because it'll be easier. You can still watch it, but and all the way down. So I'm using the second hole now because I don't have a knot there. It's going to be a little bit easier to be careful when you're pulling, though. You want to keep a good tension, but be careful that you don't rip your paper. Okay, so from the back I can just put it that way, gently. Okay, and then you can see that there, that's nice and tight. So next one, it happens to be an envelope. So if you come up and make sure when you go back down, you're on the other side of the long thread. So see, so same hole, and that little stitch has held that thread there. And center hole of the envelope. The envelopes have only got, okay, so the envelope only has 2 holes. So we go down. Now this is where you can decide whether you want to, oh, it's too short. So there's the hole there. So I'm just going to come, actually no, I'm still going to go into there, because you know what I'll do, because this is what I'll do for, and if you do the same thing for all of them, you'll be fine. And then come down, I'm just, so it's still going to be caught, the string will be up there. See? But when it goes, you won't see it. It's not going to interfere with the operation of the envelope. Oh, now I've got quite a little bit left, so I'm going to get that, and I'm going to knot those together. And I'm going to do that fisherman's knot, so 2 loops through the loop twice. Fiddly. There we go. Right. So So I'm going to continue. I've got one more. This one is also through those same holes, because remember that second hole has got 3 signatures. So I'm going to speed it up now, and so you can still see me do the whole book, but I'll just do it in fast forward. Okay, see you at the other end. Ah, well, I made it. There it is, all sewed in nicely and ready to make my pockets. So the next step is to see how this is going. Doesn't look too bad. Right, let's get ourselves some. Okay. Oops. Sorry. Oh, look, I did. I noticed when I was sewing, I banged you a couple of times. I'll have to. Hopefully, I'll edit those out. Now, let's get our this. This will help with that. Get the glue activated. Oops. Right into that gutter so that it strengthens that.
You want to supervise me trimming it?
No.
Happy for me to kill it by myself.
Yep. Then I can go mad at you for killing it.
Well, that's fine. You go mad at me anyway. You never do it. Webber's set, I think, will align it too.
Okay. That was hubby. He's talking about trimming the bonsais. When we, a couple of them got quite burnt. And we had like 40 something degree days, and they're not looking that flash, so we thought if we gave them a trim it should be good. Now we need to glue this to here, and then I will cut my end papers there and there, and then I'll sand them as well. So I'll start with this, and I'm going to use the art glitter only because without that it's nice and strong. So I'm just going to out. I want the material to go into the gutter as well. That will just help strengthening that, because that's like the weakest point of the book. Okay. Make sure I got this the right way. Yes, and that the right way. Yes. some more under here. All right, does that come about there? Also, the art glitter glue dries fairly fast. Just need some which is good. Just put a bit of paper there. I don't want that to stick on that little over bit, and just in case. Okay. Okay. How's it looking? Looks like it needs a bit more in there. Might take a little while for that paper to bond. Or maybe I just left a wrinkle. I don't know. I can always use the long spout to get a bit more down there if needed, which I think I might. I just obviously didn't take the glue right to the edge. Okay, it's looking cute. The other thing I want to do, no, I'll do it after, is I've got the corner chomper there. I'm going to round the corners. There's a little bit of trimming of that, but that's okay. So these are all going to be the pockets. Looking cute. Right, let us, we know our 7 inches by 4, wasn't it? So I need to cut I need to put, sorry, before I just, when I put that sideways I could see I need to put a little bit more in here. Now we know that our cover is 4, but we need it to be just like maybe a little bit less because we don't want the edge of the end paper to end right where the, I have to get right in there. Oh, I know what that is. It's where it didn't quite stick to the packing tape that I put underneath. That's all right, we'll get in there. Yes, so sorry, we don't want the end paper to come right to the edge of the cover, because that will be a wear and tear. So we need to like bring it back sort of 1/2 inch. Okay, so that means 7 by 3 3/4. Three 3/4. That's not wide enough, is it? No, it isn't. Oh, is it Wally Mandy? How wide is this again? Oh, it's 4 1/2. Oh, what a Wally. Oh, I'm going to have to print out more paper. So it's 4 1/2. Can come into 4. Don't know if that'll be 4. Will it be 4? Will we be lucky enough? Yes, it will. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. And it doesn't go to 7. Oh, actually, we can leave it longer because we're going to, what do you call it? Sand it off. Right. Now, I don't want to use, my gel medium. I want to use my art glitter, but it's not smooth enough. So I'm actually just going to use my glue stick today. Just a bit of art glitter glue on there, I think. I think this is finished. Yes, it has. So I'll have another one at the ready. This will also dry a bit quicker. See how it goes on there. Might have to go under with some art glitter. We shall see. Oh, hold on. Was that my... Oh. That was the bit that was too skinny. I must be still tired from last night. Right. Let's this is pretty much dry straight away because of the glue stick. Let's just sand that off. On a jumper. I'm going for the 1/4 inch. Yep. Don't think we want the bigger one. Nice. Use for later. Okay, now we need to ink around the edges. No, I need to get rid of that little bit of material there. And what I do is I run on the edges. Bits come up there. Okay, I'll get that bit. So I saw a bit here that needs to it's so cold it's not coming out. Probably should have the heater on in here. But I'm just all no. There we go. That was the only corner, and there was a little bit at the bottom here that we need to get some glue in there. There we are. Righty-ho. Oh no, look what's happened. Oh Mandy, you wally. That's okay. We'll be doing a bit of lucky it's inside a pocket. We'll just tie that up. I need a needle. even flicked through it. How did I miss that? Silly me. That's okay. No mistakes. Just going to thread it under there. And back under there. And through the hole. There we go. No one will know. Well, you and I will know, but no one else will know. And it will be inside the pocket, so I might just in case. Not that I think it's going to come undone after all of that glue. There we go. Right. Last thing I'm going to do before we call it a day, if I can find it, is oh, here it is. I'm going to use this Distress Glaze, and a little goes a long way, but I've found when you're just using, because I've just covered that in paper that's just 80 GSM, it's like nothing special. But if you rub this in, you look at the difference. It's sort of, you can buff it in, and I don't know if you can tell where I've just done that corner, the difference between, and this is only an inkjet printer, but it doesn't make the ink bleed, which is good. Now, let me see if I can find the center here, roughly. Just make it easy. And then I'll do this and just leave it overnight and then just give it a buff tomorrow, and it will look awesome. If you can, it just and I found it protects it quite well. So I did it on this book, and it soaks in, and it's really protected the, oh, got more on my hands, protected the cover. It's good. And you can make this yourself out of Vaseline. Vaseline and alcohol. What is it called? Oh, this stuff. Isopropyl alcohol, used for cleaning. If you look it up on there on YouTube, you'll find videos of people making it, which makes it a lot more cost effective. And even though it's a little bit shiny now, when I come back tomorrow and buff it, it'll have soaked in, and it won't be shiny. Nice. And I shall also do inside covers. I don't know if you're seeing it on the camera, but I can actually see the colours change and become a little bit more vibrant, actually. Awesome. Wow, that will be a long video. Thanks for sticking with me through that. Just getting off what's on my fingers. Excellent. I'm going to sit like that. That'll sit like that on my desk until tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've got any questions, just pop them in the comments. I hope it was easy enough for you to follow along, and I hope that you follow along with Tracy with her Creep on June. It's the 2nd of June here in Australia, but because we're so far ahead of GMT, it's the 1st of June. So the 1st of June video is up, and follow along with Tracy Fox and her Creep on June. It's hashtag Creep on June 24. So if you put that into the search engine, you'll find all the videos, or go to her channel and tracyfox.co.uk and click on the Creep on June tab. I'm not sure if I'll get to it tomorrow. If I do, I'll video it, but I will turn all of these pages and signatures into their pockets. Then I can put all of the tags in, and I'll be able to work through and do my 30 days. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end of this for a long video. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment or questions, and I love reading the comments. And that way I can also bring you more crafty goodness. So you have a wonderful, wonderful day. You take care. Toodles.